What's up, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Box. I'm your host, Class Box Hero. And I think this is probably going to be my new stream time. I was going to try to do 8 o'clock on Tuesdays, 8 o'clock Central, but I have realized now, because I don't know how I just kind of got off with some of the normal streaming people, but like Bentley Pascal streams at 8 p.m. Central on Tuesdays. So it'd be dumb for me to try to stream then. I wouldn't ever have anybody watching me. All my viewers would be watching Bentley. So then somebody else streams at 9 too. So there's nobody at 10. So here I am. You got me. Hello. What's up? My saltwater tank is just ticking me off. I bought another Royal Grandma because all my fish had died, and this one died also. It seemed to be doing okay for a couple days, and then it was gone. So I don't know what's going on with my saltwater tank, because all my crustaceans and other invertebrates and stuff seem to be doing fine. So I don't know. But speaking of saltwater, let me play this here. I still don't know who this mystery hermit crab is. So is anybody that can tell me? I'm thinking maybe a fuzzy hermit crab, because he looks to be a little fuzzy. Don't know. If you have any idea what type of hermit crab that could be, please let me know. What's up? Nobody said hi yet. Got a couple people that have popped in. Some have left, some have come back, but nobody said hi. Hey, it's Jess watching live. All right. What's up, Jess? I believe that's my girlfriend, Jess. Anyway, what has been happening? We had a crazy storm. It happened on Friday night. I was supposed to go over to my friend's house like I always do, and they're like, yeah, you're grounded to your house because there's going to be 70 to 100 mile an hour winds coming in. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know because I don't watch the weather or the news or anything like that. So, what's up, Danny? In bed, I'm watching, ready for bed. Excellent. What's up, Scuba Steve-O? You still need to change your name to Champion with all your champion fish and all that. Hope you're doing well, Scuba Steve. Haven't talked to you in a while. But so I ended up trying to play some gaming with him anyway, since I didn't go over to his house. We played this game called Return to Moria. We're getting pretty far. It's a survival game based off of Lord of the Rings, and you play as a little dwarf taking back the mines of Moria after Mordor's and Sauron's already been destroyed and all that stuff. we're getting to a pretty good part where now it's starting to get kind of difficult. So we gotta like kind of chill where we are and like reinforce ourselves and get much better armor and weapons and stuff. But we have to figure out how to get bronze. We know how to do. Well, I mean, some of it might just be like what level we are and what we've discovered so far, but we know how to do copper, we know how to do steel, and we know how to do iron. So bronze should just be like copper and steel, right? Or copper and iron, or I don't know, one of the two. So somehow we'll figure out a way to, I guess, combine them together or something like that. We still got some things that we haven't done yet. Well, we have a lot of things we haven't done yet in this game. I don't know. Probably. Oh, I don't know. I don't even want to say we're halfway through because I have no idea how long and big this game is. But anyway, not so much about the game. The storms started getting pretty bad. Their weather and like lights and stuff started flickering and stuff, so we didn't get to play super long that night because there was also a bunch of technical difficulties and stuff, having trouble even getting started, probably related to the storm as well. So we ended up stopped playing, and I ended up just kind of chilling or whatever, like watching YouTube on my couch and stuff. And then, sure enough, I end up losing power. And I was thinking to myself, like, what am I going to do if I lose power? Like, I don't have a battery-powered air pump or anything like that. As far as back in the day, when I was doing all freshwater tanks, I wasn't worried about my freshwater tanks. And at the time, I wasn't worried about heat so much because it was already nighttime. So if the bearded dragon's, heat lamp or whatever went out, he was going to be fine overnight. And I don't put a heat source on the tarantula or the golden gecko at all. So they're totally fine. I was just really worried about my saltwater tank. And so sure enough, yep, I lost power. And I'm like, kind of watching stuff or whatever. And I don't want to like overdo it. I don't want to sit there and like freak out and end up like overdosing my tank with too much oxygen or something or whatever else. But I know the trick about how you can add hydrogen peroxide to the tank, and it boosts the absorbed oxygen in the water so that the fish have more oxygen and blah blah blah. Anyway, so Gina's at work, and she texts something about how she's like freaking out, and how these like customers came in and like were acting like super rude and were complaining about how expensive everything was, all while the sirens and stuff are going off. So like Gina's like trying to get them in and out real quick or whatever, or like say like let's go to the freaking bunker or whatever else. Like so but I texted her, it's like, can you use hydrogen peroxide in salt water the same way you can in like freshwater tanks? And she said, yeah. So that was my plan. When the power first went out, it went out for 1, maybe 2 seconds. So I'm like, okay, nothing to worry about. And then like 5 minutes later, it went out. And I was like hoping, it's like, okay, come on, come back on now. And it didn't come back on. And I'm like, all right, now, come on back on now. And it didn't come back on. And sure enough, I was like, well, I'm out of power. So I texted Jess, my girlfriend, and, it's like, I don't have any power. The storm's really bad. Like, And then pretty much at that point, I think I even lost my mobile data. So like I had no Wi-Fi, and I basically had no way to like call or text anybody other than like maybe an emergency 911 or something like that. So I'm just hearing all these crazy noises going on. I have no power. I'm trying my best to relax. My phone is at like 14% battery, and I have no way to charge it because I don't have any one of those like mobile battery pack things or whatever. I've never ever really needed one. And so it's just like, if I absolutely have to, I guess I can go out to my car and I can like charge my phone, chilling out in my car and listen to music for an hour or something like that. It's not the most efficient way to, waste an hour, but I mean, I would be charging my phone. I would be listening to music. Yeah, I would be wasting some gas, but not that much idling. Of course, I'd be angry, making everybody angry about how my carbon emissions are destroying the world. But that is what it is. So I ended up like falling asleep because like I couldn't like do anything. I didn't want to watch YouTube or anything else on my phone and have like my battery die. Plus, like I said, I had lost mobile data anyway, so I couldn't do anything anyway. And so I just ended up kind of falling asleep. I woke up because the power like surged on for a second at like, and then it's like I look at my watch or my phone, and it said like 12:30-ish. And so I was like, well, okay. And then about 5 minutes later, so the power actually came on, and it stayed on. It's possible the power might have flickered one more time throughout the night. It didn't affect any of my clocks, as far as I know. But I'm not sure if I even set any of the clocks that night or if I just went straight to bed because I didn't have to wake up early and like set coffee or whatever on my coffee maker for the next morning because I wasn't working until the afternoon. So I might not have even adjusted my clocks until the next day when I woke up. So I don't know. I don't know if my power went out again or not. But apparently the power probably never went out up at work where at Petco. Even though it's like 5 minutes away from my house, they never lost power. A whole lot of places around them lost power. And my cockatiel's out there screaming. Oh, I know something I did. But anyway, so yeah, Friday I got my power back. Saturday I wake up and sure enough, I didn't have like any serious damage or anything like that. I bet I had like no damage. I might have had a couple limbs down. Some of my like flower pots and stuff ended up like in the pond, but they were just the empty pots themselves. I don't think there's any dirt in there anyway. And even so, I gotta clean out my pond anyway. Some stuff was blown around, but I had lost a big limb like a week prior. So luckily I didn't lose another big limb or anything like that. So no damage on my house or anything. There was definitely a lot of damage in this area. I don't know if the tornado or whatever made the news or not, anything nationally or not. Because, like I said, I don't watch the news. I don't know if it was on Facebook or anything, whatever at all. But oh, I heard my phone, but I didn't feel it. So Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Saturday, I don't think I really did anything. I don't remember. Sunday was karaoke again. And on Sunday when I came home from work, then I realized that my royal grandma had died. So the royal grandma made it through the thunderstorm, as far as I know. But yeah, I never tested the water because honestly, like, that doesn't really make any difference to me. Like, I don't expect to see anything in the water when all the invertebrates are still alive. I'm pretty sure all the invertebrates are much more sensitive to the water conditions than the fish would be. So I don't think there's anything wrong with my water. I just don't know why my fish are dying. Yep, I forgot that all the way back to last Wednesday, which was right after my live stream. I spent the entire day with my girlfriend, which was awesome. We went to breakfast at JoJo's, which is a little local diner around here. Food is awesome. And then I wanted to go and find some plants for my bearded dragon enclosure, like I talked about in last week's live stream. So I went to Home Depot, or we went to Home Depot, I mean, and we looked around for a while. They had, a bunch of live succulents and all that, but I didn't see any artificial ones. So then Jess gave me the idea. I was like, well, isn't there like an at-home store like right around here? And I thought there was. So we went to where I thought it was, and now it's it's no longer an at-home. Now it's a floor and decor. So we didn't even go in there. We just kept going, and we were gonna go to Michael's, but then as we were on the way to Michael's, she saw that there was Hobby Lobby. So it's just like, well, yeah, let's go to Hobby Lobby, because I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in a while. And we spent a good while in Hobby Lobby. It was a lot of fun, honestly. Walking around Hobby Lobby looking at all the different stuff. I got some cool plants. I'll show you guys here in just a moment. Well, actually, screw it. A moment is now. So you can see on the wood, I got some like fake air plants. There's another one in the bag too. It's hard to kind of get the right angle with all this because there's a cord and stuff. And then I got this red and yellow type one with little black tips. This one has like 3 heads on it. There's that one there, that one there, and then I think that's it as far as fake plants for that enclosure. So it looks much more festive and alive now. Um, he seems to enjoy it. I also added more sand and all that too. So it's just much better now. It looks much cleaner and nicer. I cleaned out all the stuff too. And so it just looks really good. And he seems to be happy. So I think it looks much better. And then the sand stuff or whatever too. It's the I'm blanking on what the brand is, but it comes from Australia. It's actually, well, I'm not sure how legitimate it is or not, but it's marketed as actual like sand substrate or whatever from the natural habitat of bearded dragons. So take that for a grain of sand. But it has some clay in there. So when you add water, just like the excavator sand or whatever, it can like harden and stuff. So I made sure wherever I put the fake succulents and stuff, I left about that much like stem on there. I cut it with wire cutters, and then I buried them pretty good. And then I got it. I watered them in like I would, a live plant. Uh, and now they should be good and stuck and in their place. So hopefully I don't come out and see him knocking a bunch of stuff all over. Uh, the air plants I use cyanoacrylate super glue. So that's all good. And he's just as happy as can be. My tarantula molted again. Finally cleaned up all the web and stuff. Got it all adjusted. She's eaten already now, which was yesterday afternoon. And so, yeah, everything is going pretty good here in the Weshy house. That's pretty much what we got going on inside the box this week. So, yeah. Did some trivia today. In fact, got back not too long ago. Almost forgot about the live stream, actually. In fact, totally forgot about the live stream because I'm so used to doing it earlier. So when I decided to do it at 10 o'clock, that gave me enough time to go out and do trivia with my girlfriend and her parents and a couple other people. We were in first place the entire time, all the way up until the end. When it was a question that you could actually bet 0 to 15. And if you got it wrong, that was the only time you actually lost points. And we got it wrong, but we didn't bet anything. But there was a couple teams that got it right, and they actually bet enough in order to go past us. So good for them. But yeah, kind of sucked because it actually you do win money and all that too. It was pretty cool. But it's still a lot of fun. I got another trivia night coming up on the 29th with my girlfriend and her parents. But I think her parents are actually going to be at a different table that night. And then my girlfriend and I are going to be with my oldest sister and her husband That's Sarah and Andy. And then my friend Libby is going to be with us. And my friend Joe, which I met through Libby as well. And then I believe her uncle Chris, Jess, my girlfriend's uncle Chris, and possibly one other person will be there. So it's a total, our team is up to 8 people on our table. We're just not quite sure who her uncle Chris is taking with her or with him. But hopefully it's this girl named Wit because she's apparently really good at trivia. But yeah. Irma Jeans, which is really close to my house, has really good food. And I'm glad I know now that I don't have to drive all the way out to Brewski's to get the champion wings anymore. The Aquatic News Network. Hey, yo, lurking while hanging out in Orlando scenery. Well, all right. It's good to see you, man. I got some vacation time coming up soon. I haven't set anything yet, but I feel like I want to take a vacation sometime soon. That's what I'm really saying. And my girlfriend is saying she wants to go to Branson. I would love to go to Branson too. I think that'd be a great little mini vacation because Branson, Missouri is awesome. It's not too far, so it's definitely, driving distance, which to you Europeans is gonna sound crazy. Because I think it's like 3 or 4 hours away. No, it's like 3 hours away, I believe, but it's still in Missouri, so we haven't even left our state. Though then again, I'm right on the edge, and we're going like this way. So, um, or from your camera angle, I'm right. I'm here in St. Louis, and I'll be like driving this way. I believe Branson is Ozark area. Anyway, Branson's awesome. You got Silver Dollar City there. You got a bunch of other stuff too. But Silver Dollar City is like the main reason why my family always went to Branson. Um, it's like an old timey theme park. Silver Dollar City. I haven't been there in so long. But I almost guarantee as soon as I walk in, I'm gonna like remember the layout. And you can get like a tintype photo, and they have like Christmas and Halloween and all that stuff, specials and stuff. They have shows and a train ride, lots of different, really really cool stuff. Hmm. Huh. Silver season passes aren't that bad. Oh, we can do campground. Oh, so you only take one person with those friends. Okay. Bring a friend. Yeah. See, my family would do like season passes to Silver Dollar City, and then like next year we would do season passes to Six Flags, and it was a lot of fun. I meant taking trips and stuff like that. A lot of stuff I just haven't done in about 15 years or so. Maybe a little bit longer than that, even. But I used to take trips with my family, and then, my oldest sisters, my older sisters all started getting married and moving out. And so, vacation money was going towards weddings and stuff like that instead. So vacations kind of stopped there. And then, I joined the army, and then I ended up moving out and doing all that sort of different stuff. So most of my travel was just kind of limited because of different things with the military and whatever else. And I ended up being pretty broke for a long time too. And even though I would have had the money to travel had I just like wanted to spend it on that, I wanted to spend my money on other things versus traveling. And so I didn't travel for a long time. And, I guess a little bit of it was that I traveled so much when I was growing up that I didn't really think about it so much, and I didn't really I don't know, it was just like, what am I gonna go and what am I gonna do? And also like I was also mostly like just single through all that as well. I had a couple girlfriends here and there, but my longest relationship through all that was only like a year and a half. So I just never really got the chance to really go out and do much. And it's like you can travel on your own, but I don't know, traveling on my own and doing that is just something that I'm not really that interested in doing. I like to do things with other people and all that. It's just, I guess it's something about growing up in a big family and all that. So, um, it's like, yeah, when I travel, what would I do? If I go over here, I'm just doing pretty much the same thing that I would be doing anyway. I'm just over here instead. So yeah, I just kind of stopped traveling for a while. I was traveling here again for a little bit with all the Fish Fam stuff, um, doing some different events. The Triple Crown in Louisville, Kentucky was awesome, and the Keystone Clash out there in What's Its Nuts, Pennsylvania was awesome too. There go the lights. So yeah, I might have to make a slight adjustment to my lights just to match the live stream, make him go on just maybe a half hour longer and come on like a half hour later in the day or something like that. So mhm. And since I don't know what's going on with my saltwater tank, I figured I'm just gonna. And there's no sales going on any more of the saltwater fish right now. I'm just going to slow down, take my time, and just kind of stick with all the crabs and stuff right now because they're all doing fine. I want to for sure get the cyanobacteria under control. I sucked most of it out again today. I thought I got almost all of it. And then when I was done with the water change and it already filled it all the way back up, then I spotted another little bitty patch. So I just I was going to try to pull it out. But as I was trying to do that, it ended up kind of breaking apart. So I just did my best to do exactly what you're not supposed to do, really, and just chopped it up and mixed it all around. No, I tried to shove it into the substrate, I guess, because I figure if I get it deep enough into the substrate, then maybe the lack of light or whatever will kill it off or something. But getting rid of cyanobacteria is just tough, man. I'm not really sure exactly how to do it other than just sucking it out of there. But it just keeps coming back whenever I do that. There's always just a little piece left. Hmm. Well, got nobody in chat to work off of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Branson is going to be a good choice. I love Silver Dollar City. It's been so long since I've been there. And then that'll be fun for the kids too. Because I'm trying to get to know our kids more now. Everything is going so well between me and her. But it's I'm not trying to rush anything either because I'm really just enjoying everything how it is. And her lawyer keeps twiddling his thumbs about actually filing for the divorce and all that stuff too. So it's stupid. Her lawyer was at trivia tonight we were hoping that she would get the chance to talk to him, but he kind of got there a little too late to really talk to him about it. And then when it was over, I guess Jess was just kind of, I don't know, done hanging out with her parents or something. But we just kind of ended up leaving pretty quickly. I don't know. Maybe that's just how she's kind of used to leaving. Um, I don't know if it's me or what. I always have a hard time leaving. Um, it's either like I just disappear, like pretty much what we did tonight, or I end up like lingering and like just trying to say goodbye to everybody and whatever else. So I guess it's better to just go ahead and get out of there. But hey, she's the one that reminded me about my live stream. It kept me on it. Kept me on it. So thank you, Jess. But yeah, I'm trying to get to know her daughters better. Kylie seems to like me. Kylie's her oldest, who's 13. Anastasia will be 6 on Friday. And I've only met her once. She was adorable and like really shy and passed out on the bench at Starbucks and all that stuff. It was really cute, but it's her dad that's still like there. So we gotta. She just wants to file all the paperwork and stuff, but I said her lawyer just wants her to like keep waiting. And I guess it's because of like spousal support or whatever. He doesn't have a real job. So her lawyer is trying to make her more or less just keep waiting until he gets a real job and then filed for divorce so that she doesn't have to pay for spousal support. But it's like spousal support in their jurisdiction is like fairly unlikely anyway. And it's not like he can't work or anything like that. He's just like deciding not to and is making a bunch of excuses and stuff. So but I was hoping to have dinner with all three of them tomorrow. But it's just not going to work with Anastasia right now. But that's okay. The light is so much more drastic and powerful when all the other lights are off. See, I took my lemon tree outside. I had it outside for a couple days. And then, like, I knew according to the weather that we were going to have. So I looked at the weather on my phone just to, like, see if I needed a jacket or something like that. And I looked kind of into the future to see if it would be okay to take my lemon tree outside or not. And so I knew it was going to get in the mid to upper 30s in like a couple days. So I was like, oh, I'll be fine to take it out. And then like, yeah, we had that big super windy like storm, and then the temperature drop and all that stuff. So yeah, I took it back inside for a couple days. And now it's back outside, and hopefully we'll be doing fine. So there's that. Also, my mini dragon fruit cactus has been growing really well. So I trimmed off this section. So hopefully now I'll get a couple little ones that pop out from where I cut it. And then I trimmed the other part, I cut that like in half, and I put some root stimulating hormone on there. So hopefully, and it had like one air root. It had a couple air roots that were on there. So I cut just below the top air root. And so I left that going, and I added some root stimulating powder to the cut. And so hopefully, in the next couple of days, after it dries out, that little section, I'll start to see some little roots pop up, and then I can put that in some dirt and have a second little dragon fruit cactus. Except this one's fatter. That's why I wanted to cut it, because the stem of the one that's like that I started was about this big, and I thought maybe it would stay that way, but because that's why I trimmed it off of a customer's little bitty cactus, and propagated it from there. So, but this one is like about this big around. So I'm like, okay, well, if I can, start with something much fatter, then, I'll just be hopefully better off. And then I'll have two different dragon fruit cacti, and then I'll have one to maybe cross-pollinate the other, even though it's a clone. So I don't know if it'll work better or not, or even do anything. But there's that. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know. Yeah, I was hoping to have, all my fish happy and healthy in my saltwater tank, and maybe start adding corals by now. But until I can get fish happy, I'm not going to add any like corals or anything in there. So my goodness, we got this anemone at work that's already like this big around. It's nuts. It's like already too big for my nano aquarium. But it's like a dark green bubble tip anemone. But it's not super bubbly, which I found interesting. Yeah, so this is kind of more what it looks like. I mean, without the fluorescence, because we don't have all the fluorescent lights and stuff at work, or the nice lights that make it fluoresce. But I was expecting it to kind of, I don't know. look more bubbly like that, you know? But no, it's kind of stringy looking, which I wonder what that means. Oh. Oh, there's two little black clownfish and a little bubble tip anemone. So yeah, with the black clownfish dying and stuff, I was thinking, maybe I'll just go ahead and get like regular clownfish. But they don't seem to be doing that much better at my job and all that either. Which was, something I noticed that all the black clownfish and stuff seem to be dying a lot at work as well. So I don't necessarily take any blame to anything that happened as far as with my tank and them dying. But I still just kind of wonder what happened. And I kind of lost my train of thought there. But I'm like tired. I don't know if 10 o'clock is going to work or not. It should. Especially since I don't have work tomorrow. But I do need to still kind of wake up at a decent time so that I'll be awake long enough to actually eat some food by noontime. Because I'm going out to lunch with my girlfriend tomorrow. She has an hour lunch break, so we decided to do that. And then we're going out to dinner uh, later with her and her oldest daughter. Um, and we're going to, what did I decide on? I'm trying to remember. Oh, Gingham's. It's a place that is just like, it's a home style place. The food is just so good, but they have a pretty good, like, extensive menu. They have a lot of options, but no matter what you get, it's gonna be good. If you want spaghetti, if you want pancakes, if you want, I don't know, buffalo chicken wrap, whatever. It's some good, good stuff. I'm starting to get really, really tired. Now I know for sure I'm not gonna be able to do this stream for like 2 hours. That's definitely true. So it's just gonna be like a 1 hour show probably if we're sticking with this coming out at, you know, 10 o'clock in the evening, stopping at 11. But what's funny is it's like I'm super tired because I'm sitting here and I'm trying to, talk to fill the void of empty space and not leave you guys sitting there with dead air. But it's like as soon as I stop the live stream, I say, all right, we're all good now. I'll have like a whole nother burst of energy probably. lunch with my girlfriend tomorrow. And then dinner with my girlfriend and Kylie tomorrow. Lots of food. I love delicious food. One of my all-time favorite meals is chicken and dumplings. And it can mean a few different things. I mean, see what Google does when I search chicken and dumplings. So, this is probably most of the time what you're going to see. It's shredded chicken and like little, like noodle, dough ball, like biscuit sort of things. My mom would kind of make it kind of more like this, but not with all like the vegetables and stuff. She would make it like a big dish that would serve all of us. It was more like chicken and biscuits, like because her dumplings were big, like full biscuit size, but she'd make it in like a big, like deep dish, like stew pot, and would do like chicken breast and oh my goodness, the skin on those chicken breasts. It wouldn't be like breaded chicken or anything, but it would be like nice and seasoned and all that. And the skin coming out of the oven and all that would just be like super crispy and delicious, but then have like the floppy juiciness of the fat as well. Like that was one of the best parts. And then like the cream of chicken and whatever else is all involved with the chicken and dumplings, like it's so good. And then with the biscuits, yeah, it's kind of like that. That's what my mom would make. But then there'd also be chicken breasts in between all those big biscuit dumpling things. But then, you know, this is probably more of what you're gonna get if you like order it at like a restaurant or something else. I mean, everybody here in the United States or whatever at least should know what chicken and dumplings is. If you don't, well, here you go. But it's just like the best. And apparently my girlfriend makes some bomb ass chicken and dumplings. So I'm excited to try that sometime in the future. But in the meantime, I'm tired. Chat's not popping or nothing, so I don't feel bad. It's not like I'm leaving a party or nothing like that. So I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna have to adjust my intro or something to show the proper time. I should really start like saving my videos and stuff versus just like not saving it. Anyway, so yeah. Catch you guys next week. See ya.